wanted to welcome you all back. If you're a returning subscriber, and if you're new here, I want to just send you my warm welcome here. I have not posted an actual video like this in a long time. A lot has changed through that time, and I will get into like a little, well, I'm not going anywhere specific, but I thought it'd be nice to do a little bit of makeup while I tell you a little bit what, what's going on, what changes have been made and everything. So if you're into those types of videos, plus I do have a little tiny haul, and I'll explain to you what that haul is exactly because I didn't pay for it, but you'll see what I'm talking about once I show you. So yeah, if you're new here, I would love to have you here, and I hope that if you like this video, you consider subscribing to my channel. Without further ado, we're going to get right into the story time. So I've been doing a bunch of cleaning, and I still have tons of cleaning to go through. I feel like it's never ending. But for primer, I'm going to use the Laura Geller Spackle Skin Perfecting Primer. Hydrate, moisturizes, and replenishes. No, I had this and I haven't tried it, so we're going to try it today. It's winter and it's cold, so why not? Anyway, I guess we'll flash back to 2023. So last year, as I'm recording this, December 27th, 2024. I think my face feels soft. Alright, so I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I think it was 2022 that I graduated. In July, I graduated with my bachelor's degree in geoscience. So I mostly get asked what geoscience is, and I always tell them just to think of it as all the types of earth sciences. Usually people just think geology, but I said no, it's more than geology. We did like atmospheric science and chemistry, physics, geographic imaging, remote imaging, but we did do geographic, think of GIS, but with computers. We do like the stuff on the computer software programs. Computer programming, which I did not like that. I did not like that class at all. I was so happy I passed. But anywho's, just a bunch of other stuff. Environmental sciences too. I can list all that stuff down. Yeah. I graduated with my degree for my bachelor's in that because I was wanting to do weather, like be a meteorologist, or like a job closely related to that, because I've always liked weather. Since I was a kid, I thought it was very interesting how like the different processes work together. I don't know, it's just like a big mystery, and there's always stuff that you can like find. There's always more research you can do for better good. Give me a second. I don't have good eyesight. I don't have my contacts in either right now. I think I got that. Alright. I just got this about a month or so ago. The Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie foundation. I've seen a lot of people talk about it. I have LG3. That's what I got there. But yeah, when I graduated, I found it very difficult due to my circumstances. Right now, I don't have my license, but that's something I'm gonna talk about later on here. But I didn't have my license, so most of the jobs that were posted involved me driving to different places and scenes to be able to do different projects. So since I'm not able to do that, and meteorology, very hard to find, especially if I live in a rural area like I do. It is difficult to like get yourself in the door there. Like I thought it would be pretty simple, but it's not. But I ended up, let's go into part 2 here. I was pretty nervous because I was worried I wouldn't be able to find a job to pay my loans off and stuff like that, because you know how we get student loans and stuff. Well, I got myself a job coach through a program. She was helping me, and I didn't know what all types of job titles were out there. She was helping me figure some stuff out. And she did notice too, she thought maybe I do work with kids. And I never even considered that. So, my brother actually went to my first job. Spoiler alert. Well, first job that wasn't like, I guess you could say first grown-up job. There you go. Was at the school my brother went to. My brother is on the autism spectrum, so he went to a private school and worked with people. He worked with children with, you know, different disabilities and, you know, special needs. I already have experience working with that with my brother. I'm helping my mother out with him through the time he was born, so probably what was I, 9-10 years old, around that ballpark. So I had quite a bit of experience with that, and people love my brother at this school, so they already know my family. So my mom suggested I try and apply there. I didn't think that I would get it because I didn't have any sort of like, I thought maybe they would be looking for someone with like a degree and that kind of stuff, but found out that's not necessarily the case. Yes, you can, but it doesn't matter. It didn't matter that I had a geoscience degree. So my first job title, worked as a behavior technician, and I fell in love with that job. I love going into work. I'm very productive. I'm very goal-oriented, very productive. So I worked there in September of 2023 is when I started, towards the end of September. And I think it was maybe like close to Thanksgiving or something like that, where they called us in for a meeting and they brought these other, I guess they're higher up people, I don't know, but brought them in with us for a meeting, and I didn't know what it was about. Lo and behold, I would get a news of my own where they told us that that school was going to shut down. Before this, because how I got to work was through my boyfriend, and he gave up his job for me. I feel bad, but he did it for me because he loves me and he wanted to see me succeed. So then when they told us the school was closing, we wouldn't have a job, I had to go through I was shocked, I was worried, I was scared, upset, I was very emotional, It's a very hard topic, and it's like you don't really know how to process all those different emotions. So that part was pretty hard for me to get through. I finally went by and told my boyfriend, and went in. The last day I worked there was the 22nd of December of last year. And then I think it was through December, at least December, I started applying for jobs that were similar to what I've done. And I would get in people who were interested in me, and then it made me feel like I was going to be picked, and then they would pick someone else, and then I would get through that crushing heartbreak feeling. And it wasn't easy. It was tough, but I just kept going. I just kept going and trying, because I knew someone. There was a place out there that needed me, somewhere where I fit into, and I just didn't find that yet. But then it started getting into like February even, and then I started trying different other jobs, like in a restaurant as a waitress. I don't really think I would make a good waitress, but I think it was at that point where I was really scared, because you have a lot of worries about how things are going to get paid and stuff like that. And I tried for Sheetz, but I mean, I was always open and to try different things too, so I mean, that's how I got to the job that I had at the school. And I did finally get a good news call on one of the jobs, and I didn't think I would get picked, but I got picked. And I went in for my interview, got the times mixed up. I thought it was 1:30, it was 1. Tried to reach out, but I couldn't get a hold of anybody, so I left a voice message. And then my boyfriend's like, well, let's just take you on over there for your interview. I didn't know until after my interview I had with them that they replied back to me and told me I could schedule another interview time, but I already did it. And then a little soon thereafter, they gave me a call, and it was ironic because it was during the same moment where I came back from another interview, because I just kept going until I heard from anybody. And I heard from them when I came back, and I was shocked that I got it, and I was very grateful, and I believe I had tears in my eyes. So I agreed, and that's where I have the job I have now. Same position, just a behavior specialist instead of a behavior technician. Well, I did use powder. I didn't mention that to you, but it's the one size powder and translucent. I just put it on. You seen where I dabbed it with a sponge, and I have the NYX glitter primer. But yeah, I started at the job I am at now. It was March 18th of 2024. And they had me do like orientation around the classrooms and see which classrooms I liked better. I work with kids who have behaviors, and I help them with managing those behaviors, and I work with kids with disabilities too. I walk into the one room. They only had 2 special education rooms. I have like a soft spot for the special education classes. I really like working with those kiddos a lot. I was working with the children who have autism, and I did really well. I got a lot of praise from my supervisor, from the principal, from some of my coworkers. They all thought I was really a great fit, and I do a really great job. I got praise. I got told too that they were looking for more people. They told my jump coach, do you have any more people who are like Kendra? If you do, send them our way. So that made me feel pretty good, like I was doing my job well. I'd always try and find something to do and with helping these kids. If not, I would think of where they would struggle with, and I would think of different ways I can help tailor their needs to help them succeed in ways that would be better for them. Like, I know some kids are visual learners, so I would try and do like stuff that would be visual, better for them to understand visually. And I made a bunch of stuff. But I was also, on a side note here, I was also waiting until my probation period was up, because I thought that was when I had to mention about going back to school again. But my supervisor said I could just come into her at any time, because she even thought I'd be a good teacher. She said that. And she said, too, that she can tell I'm very passionate about what I do, and I'm not just there for a paycheck. And I mentioned, well, since you mentioned that, I was going to say, I don't know what the process is, but I want to go back to school to be a special education teacher. So, like, I asked, what would I do? And she was telling me what all I needed to do and who I needed to talk to have more information. And so I just went and followed her advice, talked to who I needed to talk to. And then in the summer was when I started applying. Was when I started researching and looking up colleges for getting a master's degree in special education. But I also wanted to do like 2 areas. Originally, I wanted to use my geoscience degree, so I also went for a special education teacher and a secondary education teacher, which teaches more of the older kids from, I think it's either 8 or 9 to 12, in a special area. So I would be science, if it, that was the idea. Anyway, so I have 2 different options. But I started looking and applying, and I wanted to be in state this time, not out of state. I still do online. I just didn't want it to be very, very expensive if you're out of state and you don't live in there. It's a little more, it is more expensive. I wanted to stay in state this time. So I went, applied, got accepted in one school, and they didn't recognize what geoscience was. They asked me if I wanted to continue with it, with the process, and I said yeah, because I understand, but I really wanted special education a lot. But yeah, I really wanted special education a lot. So I started my classes once I got all the stuff out of the way. I started classes in October. I think it was the 2nd week. I think it was the 2nd week I started in October. I forget the date exactly, but I started my classes there, and they ended in December 6th. And at first I was going to take 2. And then I realized that it was a little bit overwhelming for me, my condition, health-wise, that maybe 1 will be better for me, managing-wise. And I passed with a B, I think it was a B or a B+. I recently asked about going for special education still and elementary education, because I realized the principal at the school I work at. She is very supportive. She asked if to give me some experience. Whenever the teachers aren't there, they need a substitute. So she gave me the opportunity to substitute for whenever the teachers would be out. So I noticed I work a lot better with special needs kids and younger kids. Going back here, we're gonna go back a couple months into June because on my eyes, let me show you what I used. I used the Anastasia Beverly Hills Sultry palette, and I put Twig in the crease and the shimmer shade Pearl on my lid. Yeah. And now I'm gonna go in with this KVD liner. It's in dark brown. And give me a moment so I can focus here. Sorry about the sloppiness there. My eyeball twitched and I tried hard to keep my eyes still and it didn't work. Sometimes, I mean, I've done it where I've used concealer to cover it. But, I mean, it's hard. I usually do. I have to focus in like a mirror, actual mirror, and focus on my liner and stuff like that. And I usually clean it up pretty. I probably should have done the eye stuff first and then the face makeup, but whatever. I'm gonna go in with this Essence Last Princess Mascara Primer. I need to focus again, hold on. And then I'm going in with the Essence Last Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. And I'm gonna go over this. Alright. And the same on this side. Okay. I'll clean up any like mishaps a little bit later. Alright, so we're gonna go back in a couple months from June, into June. The months leading up to prior, even when I worked at the school where my brother went to school. I never did get to work with my brother, though, in his school, because he graduated earlier in the summer of that year. But he was always welcome back to visit. But anyway, I always wondered through that period with the way that I interact with people through not just my adult life, but all the way through childhood. I started to kind of piece together things and wondered because my brother is autistic. My sister was assessed, I believe she said, and they think that I might be getting the details wrong exactly because memory is crap, but I do remember she did get assessed, I believe. And they said that I think it was likely that she has Asperger's, which is classified as autism. My previous job coach I had said if at least one sibling has it, you're likely to have it too. I thought, well, maybe there's a possibility I have it. I may be on the autistic spectrum too. So I went, and it's really hard to get tested and assessed as an adult because there's so many resources available for children. But I think at the point in time that I was born in, I don't really think a lot of people knew what autism was like they do now. Like, there wasn't enough info out there. There wasn't enough advocacy either in research as we have today. Between that and then I read too about how often females tend to get misdiagnosed. So maybe I was just thought, well, it's just depression. Well, it's just anxiety. No, it was more than that. So when I finally found someone who would want to work with me to get my assessment test done, I got my results back, and it turns out, yes, I am on the spectrum. At least I came to terms, at least knowing that, and I was like, okay, I don't have to wonder anymore, because I already know. Let's use my O for blush and rose. So there's that little tidbit. Now, we'll go into September. So, September rolled around. I think I'd give it around at least the first week. I started being curious here because, I thought maybe there was like a couple symptoms I was having where I thought, well, maybe I'm pregnant, but maybe I'm not. But lo and behold, what I know, because I did do one test and I did get a negative result. But the next one that I took came out positive. So I wanted to be sure, it was consistently positive. Now, since I don't really know much about this kind of stuff, I asked Lindy if I did it correctly. First of all, because I didn't know if I did it right or not. Because sometimes things are kind of difficult for me to understand how things are worded. I took another test, and that one, I took that test that I showed her, and she said, yeah, that's positive. She goes, congratulations, you're pregnant. Well, during the same time frame, this was about maybe at least the third week in, I ended up catching COVID. I don't know how I caught it, where I caught it from. But I got it, and I was out for a week from work. But when I went to the doctor for, the COVID thing, I asked her about the picture. I asked the nurse, and the nurse told me that, yeah, it looks like a positive test. Tell the doctor when she comes in. So that's what I did. And she said, yeah, she had the same thing. It's positive. But she wanted me to take another one to see, the next morning and see if it's a positive. And if it is, I had to call her back just so we can get a prenatal appointment scheduled. So I did that, and I tried a digital test this time, and then it came back positive. So we got 3. So I think I did an extra, well, I did what she told me to do. I called her, told her my positive test result. She got me scheduled in. Well, I think I actually had to call them, but all that got taken care of. But I wanted to double check because I didn't want to make myself think I was like seeing things. Even though, obviously I showed other people, but I don't know, something in my brain was like, well, let me just double check. So I probably tried like 2 or 3 more tests, and then it came back positive. So then I just come to terms with I'm pregnant. So currently 19 weeks pregnant. My expected due date is May 22nd, 2025. I still am in amazement that I feel lucky, like God chose me to be a mommy. I wanted to be a mom for a very long time, and I didn't know if I'd ever get the chance to be a mom. So it was very, very happy. I didn't get to surprise my boyfriend, because I got like a little ornament. It was supposed to be the reveal surprise for him, but he kind of figured that out on his own. I was in the laundry taking stuff out of the laundry, and this wasn't too long. I think it was towards the end of September, and he goes, "You haven't talked to me about your period lately." He goes, "Are you pregnant?" And I said, "Yes." He goes, "Oh my God, really?" I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "Yay!" So he is really happy and excited too. I got like I was hoping to record the reaction for my mom and my sister, but I thought I recorded it, and then when I went to tap the button, it started recording. I'm like, are you kidding me? But I had like one of those scratch off cards I had her and my sister do. I got one for my brother too, but I helped him with his, where it said like for my mom, it said, "What's better than having you as my mother?" And she had to scratch off of the coin, and it said, "Is our baby having you as their grandma?" And then once she read that out loud slowly, and she's like, "Wait a minute." And there was like a few seconds of silence. And she goes, "Are you pregnant?" And I said, "Yes." And she was really excited. She jumped up out of her seat, and she came over and hugged me. She was happy crying. And my sister had hers too, and hers said aunt instead of grandma. And my sister was there in shock too. She was like, "What the heck?" Oh, I do gotta tell you, because I did record this too, for hauls I did. And I probably should have waited until I got like a confirmation on like what the gender was. But I thought, because some of my symptoms, based on like old wives' tales and stuff like that I've seen on the internet, I thought it leaned towards girl, even the heartbeat. Because I think the heartbeat was 160, was it 60 to 163? And they said usually higher is a girl, lower is a boy of a heartbeat. I thought I was gonna have a girl, so I went and got a ton of girl clothes. And I got my blood test that tested for like different, like things like Down syndrome and stuff. But it also could tell you the gender. That came back, and I went and I tapped on it thinking I knew what it was gonna say. But then it said in confetti, "It's a boy." And I was like, oh. I'm like, oh, I should have probably waited to buy all the clothes and stuff. Well, I have them for next time. But I was pretty happy. It doesn't matter what gender I have, as long as the baby's happy and the baby is healthy. But so far, the doctors say that baby is doing good. He's strong, healthy. I'm trying my best. I still have difficulty adjusting to sleeping on my side. I'm trying my best. Even with the pregnancy pillow, I find it a bit difficult. And then after a while, I lay on my side, my hips start to ache. Now, I'm gonna go in with the LYS bronzer. It's the No Limits matte bronzer. Shade Light. It looks like this. I don't know if this will be a good match, but I guess this is part of the trying out thing. But yeah, I didn't get the actual ultrasound yet that shows the gender, but I've heard people say the blood test is accurate. Is very accurate. So I'll have to show you some stuff I got as baby related. I even got like a baby name book. So me and my boyfriend are going through names right now. I'm writing names down in my notebook, and then I'm gonna give him a book I have of baby names and let him pick the names he likes, and then we'll kind of go from there. I'd like for the name to be a secret until the baby is born. I didn't really find it necessary. I'll probably do something small on Facebook or something, but for like a gender reveal, once I actually know from, I hope this looks good on camera. My eyeballs are bad, my eye vision. I'm just kind of going with the flow here at this point. You could watch me be a disaster with my makeup, or maybe I did pretty good. Who knows? I don't know. No, I won't know until I put my glasses on. For gender reveal, I'll probably just do like a little video thing and have like a thing where it shows you if I'm having a boy or girl. I don't really find it necessary to have a party, especially since a lot of people asked me already, and I was like too excited and I already said, well. So then I thought it'd be kind of pointless. Plus I don't. I'm already trying to work on the well. I'm helping, and I offered to help too, but I know my mom and the lady that I work with are wanting to do a baby shower for me, and we're currently going to be working on that. I got my sign-up sheets for work for people who wanted to come because I didn't want anyone to feel left out. Oh, what happened to my sign-up sheet? Oh man, I'm gonna have to print it out again. But this is what I designed. I just gotta put a sign up. Well, apparently now I gotta, it's just one sheet. But it's supposed to be on March 29th. And I'm gonna try and start getting the sign up sheet so we know who's gonna be coming, because I got a cricket. I get a cricket for Christmas, and I was really happy, and I had little tears of joy because I always wanted an Etsy shop, my own Etsy shop, and I wanted a cricket so that I can use it to design stuff that I make, and it's even in my favorite color, purple. I'll have to show you sometime here in a different video, but by the way, I used Afro. Star Island is the shade in the highlight. Hold on, it'll come to me. My thoughts go all over the place. Oh, baby shower. Yeah, we're working on that. Carl and I need to think of who we want to invite, like family, friends wise. And then I'm gonna use my Cricut machine once I know and make invitations. And I also want to make like the little games. But of course, I gotta show my mom, my sister, the girl I work with, just showed them what I have. see what they think. But it's very exciting. Next week I go for my anatomy scan. I am considered high risk pregnancy because of my epilepsy. I had epilepsy since I was a baby. So they're gonna really monitor me, and I see I have they call it something like it's like a fetal ultrasound with the heart, and I can't remember what the particular word was. I'll have to put it on the screen. But that's set for the end of January, and I gotta check the baby's heart, make sure that his heart's looking good. I just on the 24th I got another test done to see how his spine and stuff is doing, like if he has any spine. She told me what the word was, and I don't remember what the name. I'd like to kind of know. I know that's optional, but I'd like to know. I've been eating oranges here and there, and I don't normally like to eat oranges, but I was eating it because I was trying to give I call him Jelly Bean, my little baby's nickname Jelly Bean. Sometimes I call him Junior or Junior Jelly Bean. I was trying to make sure that he has the nutrients he needs to have like a good healthy spine, and I knew oranges were good for developing the spine or something like that. I read. Since I went to this, to bring up to my next topic here, it's why I changed my YouTube name. As you can tell down below, it's no longer Kendra Diane. This one, try this one. It's wait, now it's Revlon. What color is this? Blush. Go to Whirl. Yeah, my name is different now. My name is not Kendra Diane on my YouTube channel. So now my new one, Glow Through Motherhood, is the new channel name, which combines still what I did before with makeup and beauty and all that good stuff, fashion and hair and stuff like that, even though I didn't have too many fashion or any hair ones, but that was the whole concept too. And then I wanted to combine that with what I did, stuff that I still want to do here and there, but now I want to incorporate my pregnancy and being a mom and vlogging and stuff like that. So that's where I said Glow Through Motherhood. So it's like a journey, like I'm taking everyone through. This pencil's very rough. Well, I can't wait to put these glasses on and see how comical I look. You don't think I look too bad, do I? Well, I guess not. Before I put these back on again, let me use this setting spray here. Wait, can I just press? Hold on. I've never used this. Alright, put my glasses on here so I can see. Alright. Now, turn it down a little bit. There you go. But this is what I have here. So, well, I guess I could do something with this. Alright. But yeah, that's what my new channel is also being was also directed to. And I just hope that you are as excited as I am, because I'm excited. This is not going to look perfect, by the way. I'm just doing. I'm doing this too while I can't see for crap. I like the gels. I don't really want to use anything other than a gel. But yeah, oh, and also too, I want to mention one of the things that I am wanting to work on in the coming year here, early in the year, excuse me, is getting myself signed up for classes, because I have to go through driving course classes, like education classes, before I get my test done. So in the starting in the beginning of the year, I'd like to start that and then get my driving test hours, and my driving hours in, so that I can get my driving test done. And I'm hoping to do this before baby arrives, so fingers crossed. That is what I have here, and I do have my haul that I was telling you about. I went on my Amazon registry, and if there was a certain amount items spent on your registry, you got like a free bag. So I got my free bag. I also got Target, but I didn't get Target yet. Hold on. Some things I randomly threw in here that weren't in here, so let me take those out. Why is that in here? I think that was from Bump Box. Oh wait, no, this. Okay. This got a bunch of offers, and then I got this like thing here. What even is that? Things are flying at you. It just gives you tips and stuff like that, which is nice. So I have this Dr. Brown's anti-colic baby bottle, and it's narrow. Does it have an age group? It says it's designed to grow with baby. But a bottle here. Then they sent newborn muslin swaddle from Amazing Baby. Right here it's zebras, which is really nice, really cute. And then they sent a onesie with stars on them. For me, I think nursing pad and breast milk storage bag samples. So, And then I have this MAM Easy Start Anti-Colic plus Start Pacifier, 0 months. So I'm assuming, is it both? I don't know. I have to actually open it. Look. What is it? I want to open it, but I also want to keep it in there. But, and, I don't know if I mentioned that, but that's also anti-colic. And it gave me a first sample of moisturizing lotion for baby from CeraVe. And was this part of it? I think so. Nivea Peach lip balm. So that's that there. I wanted to show you. Oh, I got plenty of other, to share with you then, but that's what I had there. And that's pretty much in a nutshell with what the past, sorry, I'm trying not to show you my messy bed, but in a nutshell what everything's been looking like, my process, my journey, just sharing with you the process that I was in the last couple years or so, me with graduating and my jobs, and then just little things here and there in school, and now baby. Which, I have this, I don't know if you noticed it, but this is my picture. I'm gonna make sure I got all the details. But this is my baby when I got my 8 weeks, I think it was 8 or 10 week scan. But that's little jelly bean. And then this just says love at first heartbeat. Whoops, and then it says love at first heartbeat. I just don't want my details being posted on the internet. Oh, I will see you all again next year. And I'll post another video then. But for now, I like to say thank you to all who watched. And especially if you watched all the way through, I appreciate every one of you. And if you're new here, I really hope you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel and will want to see me continue this journey through motherhood and all things also beauty related. If you like beauty related and cleaning, because I like cleaning, I like to incorporate that on here too. Vlogging, gonna be some changes coming, and I'll probably go more into depth with that later. But for now, I was gonna say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, and I'll see you all again soon. Bye.